So welcome back guys, we're now here and as you can probably tell I had a little bit of a fiasco. Not only did my microphone break, I was going to begin to record this episode and I found there was a small crater. Yeah, this low voltage fed back as a high voltage back into this system here, and unfortunately basically what that meant is the whole thing went bang. So now I've got only one turbine and it's the least efficient of the two. I've now only got two MFEs that I've recently had to remake. My sugarcane is now being just pumped into a hopper and a relay, and there's some blaze rods in there to get that going. I've now got a full MFE and a bit going on top, but realistically I've got very little. Yeah, so I thought, well, what a brilliant opportunity. What I would do, why is this one going slowly? Oh, it's just been, okay. Right, anyway. I thought what I would do is I'd take this opportunity and we would just go and do a tour of, well, everything. So, I'll just show you what I've done since we all went. And first off, I'd go to my old home on the island to show you what's happened. I'd taken everything down and I'd recorded some footage of me creating a wonderful little lag spike. No, I'd created a small zombie farmer for the two spawners that you may all remember, and of course probably the smarter ones of you would realise why the zombie spawner double thing wouldn't work. I don't know what happened there. Basically the spawners, if I go to my waypoints and I turn on two spawners, the point I chose to kill them, which I've all sort of totted up and everything, it looks all pretty down here. I've not done a stairway yet, but the point I would stand in order to kill them, that spawner is 32 meters away, which is double the minimum distance for things to spawn, and that one is 29. That's almost 30, which is again too big for things to spawn at. So I created this nice little walkway. It's all half slabs, don't worry, nothing can spawn. But if I come and stand up here, as you may be able to hear now, you can get some zombies spawning. So I set up this guy up here at the top, and again I might make it a bit more pretty later, but it's not really a big hassle. There you go. I actually get small bits of experience. As you can see here, there's a turtle here with this little thing. If I terminate the program, I'll just do edit startup. So here you can see the program. It literally just says, while true, so it loops forever, it says if redstone's coming in from the right hand side, then print detected input attacking, and then attack. End, sleep for 0.2 seconds, and then do it again. So as you see, I now restart, I do this, and then if I just do that, we now can't see any changes, of course, because it's not going, but you know, it's doing that. I may put a little bit in that script later and then upload it on pastebin for you all. If I put in a script that says only print out when it begins to detect the input, so have a little variable that says am I switched on, and then say if this variable is 1 or 2, say something, if not, don't bother, and then if you detect an input, set the variable to a number, sort of deal. Oh my, I don't know what is going on with this loading business. Because for some reason I've just got issues and I don't know what they are. This guy has been coming in and out of my base like all day. It's quite cool, but I'm going to kill him soon. But anyway, now we've done that, we're back at the base here and I can show you what's happened elsewhere. Oh, there you go. Sometimes these arcane levitators, in case you didn't know, take a second to catch on. So I've got my macerating and smelting still. I've replaced an obsidian pressure plate there. I've just smelted some stuff so we can go and put that away. I replaced it with an obsidian pressure plate because, hey, I didn't like pulling the lever every time because then the golem could escape if I had accidentally dropped something anywhere. This is a big beastie contraption and that's now got nothing in it. But yeah, so I had quite a few turtles. I had 4 turtles going away, and they were oh don't worry, this is stuff I put in earlier. They were all pumping into this EnderChest, and it was getting quite full quite quickly. It was overfilling. Turtles weren't able to get rid of everything they had in their inventory and then starting back on the quarry. So I set this up. There's some target gates here to pull out as quick as they can. And then I've also got these, because these, each of these redstone engines is the same efficiency as an target gate. So that's pretty cool, because hey, the target gate will only work so fast, so that's now going as fast as if it had 3 target gates on, which of course it can't, but that works very quickly. So the whole idea is everything goes in here, these pull them out, so these are all, if there's an item in the inventory, pull. This then sends everything off in directions I want it. At the time I wanted to stop anything going back to yellow, so the whole idea is anything can go green except for dirt, cobble, basalt, sticks, quartz crystals, and then random things get sent in odd directions. I can take them away and just put in something that I know will never turn up, like quicksilver drops. Yeah, so quicksilver drops can never be mined, so nothing will ever go in these 4 directions, which of course is back down, white is back up, red is towards me now. So things can't go in those directions. I've not really done much gathering stuff, but you know, it's going okay, I guess. But what I've really done, other than this guy's now pretty much full, I've been generating some coal coke. Come down here. This hasn't changed much except for this should be filling up, except it's going somewhere. Where might it be going? Ah, well, hey. So I've also got this uncrafting table, which is pretty cool. If I put these in, I can, for a level each, I can craft logs from planks. I got this because I have a few Mac Maze focuses. They're pretty fun, but you know, hey, we get that done. Over here, I don't need this guy out anymore. But I've got my blue electric alloy furnace as you've seen before, but I've also got this. I've now got a blast furnace, and that's running very nicely. I moved my macerators down here. I've got soul shards, because this is the soul forge, which is really cool. And I've been making blaze rods. Ah, dang thing, back in a second. So I'm back, sorry about that. That was someone banging on my front door. Well, the alarm went off because they needed to be buzzed up. So now we're going to continue the tour. As I've shown you all this stuff, nothing much has changed. I've dug out another level down at the bottom, which we'll be using later. However, now it's time to go to the bees and see how they're doing. I've done a fair few bits. I've gotten into the advanced bee stuff. That did have a whole episode of its own all recorded up. But yeah, didn't go too well. So I just have to cope with things. There we go. Oh, that edge should not be that close. It has never been before. Right, anyway, as you can see, I've added an extension there. I have some of these guys going. There are some already that are special and ready to be plucked. I've had a few goes at them. I've got these bees set up. Again, they're just basically making drones because I need a few extra bits and pieces. But other than that, where are they? Come on. Nope. Okay. Other than that, these are probably spitting on the floor. No. Okay. Cool. We got a load of cones, a load of pollen. So that's been going in there. What do I put in here? Ah. Right. So here are some drones that I want to turn into liquid honey. I've had to turn my power supply off for now because these things were draining for some reason. But yeah, basically I'll show you outside. I've got a Zycraft tank set up. That's really cool. I really like them. You can sort of make them whatever size you want, really. So all that does is pump out my liquid DNA from there. I made a new entrance here because I was bored of running all the way around. And here I've got a Zycraft tank. As you see here, I've got nearly 29 buckets of liquid DNA. That's a lot. And basically I've got a purifier here, which is currently purifying away a serum, and then I've got a synthesizer there, also working away. Whole idea being, I've just recently gotten into all these advanced machines, and they're all really cool and things. I've now got a powered furnace to retrieve back my empty serum vials. So that's all good, and then I've got this inoculator ready to make a, I'm not going to say super bee, but pretty much there. So here the cultivated drones all have some special things like fast productivity, which I have now got the serum for. I also had some of these electron tubes. I was trying to put stuff on this circuit, but for some reason, so do that, and it doesn't work. I've got the biggest circuit board you can, which accepts 4 electron tubes, and I can't do it. And I'm not sure why. So if any of you know, please leave a comment, because I'd love to know why. I don't know why pollen's in there. But anyway, yeah, that's a bit of a sad thing, to be honest. But anyway, where I've got my industrious drones, that's where I would have my Imperials, but I'm trying to get some of them serumed. I've got some Majestic, my cultivateds for generating honeycombs. So it's all going along well. As you can see, I've got quite a few bits. I've even got some raw jelly, and soon I will start work on some alvearies, because that'll be good fun. Here I've got some bees. So yeah, I've got a few bits and bobs, just sitting around waiting for some really cool bee episodes to come out soon. And as well, I've got this over here, which I've covered up, but it's now, oh, sky is obstructed. Silly tree just grew. There we go. I've got some cultivated drones, and again they're churning out honey and more drones, which is cool. I'm using the cultivated as opposed to the meadows that I used to have in there, because they've got faster pollination than the meadows. I might try and create some of the plains, or whatever they're called, other drones later, but that may be for another time. What am I stuck on? The roof? Anyway, so next thing I'm going to speed over to, well, this is a little weird water stream. I've not actually gone down it, but it does go quite a way. It looks just like a well, but yeah, we might make something for that, I don't know. But anyway, one thing I do want to do is get some cow soul shards. I'm quite bored of well, running around eating bread. I've got an awful lot of it, and I want to repurpose that little room there for making stuff. One thing I also have done that I've not shown you is I've gotten ready for some potions, because potions are something in vanilla that I always have on me, always make sure I've got some, and so I've created a little room for potions and growing netherwort. It's really simple. All I need to do then is put a straw and a stone golem in, and then we'll get that going, well, as soon as we can. I keep meaning to bring bones here as well, but I keep forgetting, because I do. Really have no real excuse for that. I keep forgetting, it's sad. And I want a dog. Anyway, I will now actually accelerate time for you all. And I will see you when we get to the emerald turtles. They shouldn't drop off there. Here's our little emerald turtles, and the reason I say emerald turtles is because I travelled all this way just to be in a hills biome. Yeah, sad, isn't it? But for some of the extra bees stuff, I needed a hills biome. So down here we are at Y32, as you can see. Now that is the emerald level. Emeralds can spawn from Ys32 and down. As you can see there's some emeralds as well. And I've just been excavating down here. So that's really cool. And I'm going to jump down here because my sword Zephyr lets me correct my mistake. There we go. And jump up, and as you can see here is a really long tunnel. This is at Ys12 because this is the diamond level tunnel. I made this too. Well, yep, hunt for diamonds. Whole idea is I've got a little script that I've made that just basically mines straight through, placing torches and dumping inventory in chests when it goes. And we should be able to catch up to this guy reasonably soon. But first, we've got a chest. I have been taking things out of these chests, so, you know, still goes, but easy peasy. Really the whole idea is I'd have a few of these guys set up, and I'd all send them off and they'd make their little strip mine. I'd equip them with a certain number of torches, and the whole idea is that the script will stop when it runs out of torches, or chests, as is the case. There was a small hiccup with the script just there, but it has been sorted. And again, all of my scripts will probably go up on pastebin or my channel or tutorials or whatever. So yeah, something that has been happening. I've had a few spawns in here, but they've been rectified. Anyway, these torches are 12 apart because that means the light level never drops below a certain level. Very useful, because it means I can just set them going and it never ever has an issue. This is going an incredible distance. How did I miss the... Is he continued without me? Right, diamonds. I don't want to stand on them because they hurt. Right. It looks like my turtle's continued on without me for a little bit. Oh, that sucks. I want this, but I don't want the lava, but... Right. So yeah, it's a very easily customizable script as well, because all I have to do... Oh, it's done double chesting again. Right, what's in here? I really should have brought my ender pouch. Right, anyway, oh, there we go, it's just here. So, yeah, we'll take these out. Go back one, there you go up one, turn left, The whole idea is, because I put it on the floor, because I had all the torches put on the floor, it's now got a clear run. So those are 470 blocks away. What's its refuel level? Good. Go forward 400. Brilliant. So that's turtle done for this run, and then all I've got to do is refuel it, send it off on another journey. Oh no, I won't do that. There we go. And I will just pinch these chests. Oh. I'm going to pinch what I can out of these chests, and yeah, that's really them. I've set up a similar deal in the Twilight Forest, which I think I've shown you all, and again primarily just to get a large quantity of materials. With those I've actually quarried from the surface, so I could get coal and all sorts, because I wanted to get started on some of the railcraft or Steve's Carts job stuff. And for that I need steel and coke and all sorts of fun things I didn't have. Did I even pick them up? Yeah, right. So, after I've done eating very loudly, I will see you all back at the base because there's one last thing I want to show you on this world tour before we continue with standard episode stuff. See you in a second. And so our final stop on our world tour journey is going to be back in... Whoa! Ah, damn it. How did the creeper get in the portal? Okay, well, that was a bit of a shock, but what we actually came to see is down here, because I don't really care about that portal. I can remake it, it's not too tricky, so I'm going to zoom along this journey and be with you all in a second. And so now we are here, and just over here is one of the blaze spawners that I found. It's just up there, not doing anything. That's rather convenient because that's not the one that I've set up. I set up a blaze spawner to, well, as you can see there are some pistons here, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to... Oh. There you go, you can hear them, you can hear some pistons going. Can you hear them in... Can you see it? No. There you go. There's blaze spawner, there's a load of pistons with... every blaze now gets pushed down. Bums. So, every blaze gets pushed down. It's rather simple really. It's quite useful because what that means is they will get pushed down to where I want them very quickly. And I'm sorry the noises will get a little loud, but what I've been doing is filling up this soul shard. You can see it's already tier 4 now. I've got 731 souls in it, and this sword of the Zephyr has been helping me no end because a blaze will die in 2 hits from it with sharpness 3 on the sword, and that means I can just go 1, 2, and I've got a whole load of kills. Well, I say a whole load of kills, that was only 6, but normally I leave it till there are sort of 20 or 50 or 20 to 50 of them, and then all I have to do is hit them once. In a second I will just turn this sound down. They are rather loud. So that's really it. I've created this blaze spawner in order to both fill up the soul shard and to sort of compensate for the fact that the zombie spawner didn't work as I wanted it to, as a sort of dual system, as a dual spawner system for grinding experience. But now what I can also do, because I've heard you can do it, I have no idea if I'm going to die doing it though. Apparently you can steal souls from a spawner. You can steal 200. Now of course I wouldn't want to do that on the one I've set up upstairs, but oh, just die all of you. I think, there we go, I just right clicked on it and boom, an extra 200 souls. So there we go, that was easy, and that means next episode we should be able to get going on something with blazes, because that's almost a tier 5 spawner, and those things, as far as I know, spawn like stank. They spawn silly quick, and so I'll set up a system, and if I do it in the overworld I can use water, and blazes get hurt by water like normal people get hurt by fire. All sorts of things can be done to make this system incredible. As you may know, when you create soul shards, you actually create 3 at a time, which means I'm going to be doing something with cows soon, which should be pretty cool. And yeah, that's really it for this episode. To be honest, it's going to be a shorter one, I think, than normal. I have just sort of taken you around what I've done in the time that I was unable to record properly. It was actually rather unfortunate when I found I couldn't record, because I had recorded, as I said, about 2 episodes, which, for those of you that don't know, does take a considerable amount of time. That was a ghast. Gosh. They take a considerable amount of time. I normally, for a half-hour episode, probably record about an hour, maybe 3/4 of an hour worth of footage, and that's not including all the work that I don't record, where I've got to get things in the right place, and all sorts. But, you know, I do what I can. It was rather irritating to find that there was about 3 to 4 hours of work that was just pointless, but it's given me something to do on this first episode back. I hope you have all enjoyed this world tour. I'm going to have to go through this portal and run the rest of the way. But if you enjoyed the world tour, if you've got any ideas of anything you think I could do, make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. The next few episodes are probably going to be shorter than normal, but come out quicker. At least that's my hope anyway. So, I will see you all very soon. Again, this is Vralka. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. Really do appreciate it. It helps me keep going on the days where I just sort of can't be bothered anymore and I really think I should just give up. Likes, comments, subscribes always help. So yeah, I will see you all next time when we do something with a tier 5 blaze spawner, probably something with cows and all sorts of really fun bits and bobs. So yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Ta-ta for now. And just before I've actually finished this episode, I thought I'd show you what I've got here. Oh, this guy's going like stink, as he always does. Generating seeds, they just sort of go around really, making air seeds, and then also just in here, behind this red stuff and all these disappearing blocks, which I love, is some nether wart and generation thereof. So that's quite useful. Just before we finish this episode off, I actually decided I'm really bored of having to not fly. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I really did enjoy making this thing, but making them everywhere is a massive hassle, and they don't turn corners very well. So I thought what we'd make here is an electric jetpack. So that's really cool now. I've got that, so we'll just go to the top of the tower and recharge it. And then there's one last thing we want to do after that, because I want to see if... which one's... Oh, they're both full. Everything's full. Cool. I've got overflowing sugarcane, I think. Anyway. Oh, come on, just jump up. Oh yeah, overflowing sugarcane. Right, so... we do that, and then put that there. Should stop overflowing. But anyway, that's because these guys aren't burning away. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to charge this guy up. Now, as I was saying, we have got a load planned for next episode, but just before we finish this off, I have got one thing I want to test. I want to... oh, come on, you've got to charge faster than that. There we go, we can watch it. I want to see if a nether portal, once it's been destroyed, if the overworld side portal is still connected to the same place, or if it'll generate a completely new portal. If it is, we've got a few issues, but if it's not, we should be able just to link straight back to the old portal without any hassle. I should just be able to go through this, and it will spawn me in a valid portal. It should remake the old one. And the solution is, it worked. Oh, no it didn't. See, this is the island portal. What I was actually after was to recreate this one. Right, so, doesn't work on grounds that these two are too close. Okay, well, again, we'll fix this next episode. We'll have a play with our electric jetpack. Yay! Hover mode. Yep. So we will have a good go with this. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time where we have got a lot planned. This has been Vralka. I hope you enjoyed. Ta-ta for now.